Okay, good morning, Zimbabwe. My name is, I think I am Chaka Ngwenya. And, some of you remember me from ZBC Radio 3 and Radio 4, and I'm now based in New York, and I have the pleasure of having an amazing young man with me today. Abraham!
Yes, bro. How are you? Come back to Radio 4. That's my first request.
Let's
No, because we need the radio revival. We used to be glued to our radios those days.
So tell me, so were you were telling me you were listening to me at 5 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
Did you put radio?
Yes. I was still at high school then.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I would just know that when it's morning, I listen to Chaka and doing his stuff.
Listen, it's good to have you.
Yeah.
It's good to have you. I wanted us to talk about what brings you to New York.
Okay, I'm here in the United States basically because I'm under a program called Mandela Washington Fellowship, which is a flagship program of the Young African Leadership Initiative program started by President Barack Obama.
Oh, so that's like a legacy for Obama, right?
Yeah,
okay.
It is. So you see, this program identifies young African leaders who who are making an impact in their communities, and then it exposes them to the American system for 6 weeks. And so we are placed at various universities. You may want to know that 65,000 people applied for this, and only 1,000 of us were selected. So it was highly...
And within the 1,000, one of them was Abraham. Give us your last name?
Mateta.
Abraham Mateta.
Yes.
From
Zimbabwe.
Where exactly do you live in Zimbabwe?
Well, I'm currently based in Chitungwiza, but I work in Harare.
Kumushamkuru.
Yeah. Where every celebrity comes from.
Yeah, so you see, that's a good one, because I don't come from Chitungwiza, so at least I'm not a celebrity. So that's a good one. So the program again, a legacy left by Obama, with a Mandela, name to it. Two heroes right there.
Exactly.
All of them Africans.
Yeah.
Because remember, Barack Obama, his father was not enslaved. So he's really African.
Barack Obama is African.
Yes.
I think that there are no questions about it.
Okay.
And his vision,
yes,
contrary to popular belief, his vision was not that young Africans must come to America to be brainwashed or Americanized.
Yes,
no.
talk about that.
His vision was that America has gone through challenges. It's going through challenges.
Just like any other country.
But how do they resolve those challenges?
Yes.
What are the institutions that America has put in place to deal with this thing they call democracy? And so the idea is, when you learn about that, you then see what can work at home and what we can apply. So the idea is not to be exposed to an America that is perfect. No, we're actually exposed to the whole of America. We have also seen poverty here. We have also seen homelessness as well. But we have also seen amazing things. One of the most amazing and interesting thing in America is that they have institutions that are greater than the people, that are greater than the politicians. So I think this is the big learning point. That when you want,
us even in Africa,
when you want democracy to thrive, you have to construct institutions that are bigger than individuals.
So tell me, okay, so right now you're staying at Rutgers University?
Yes.
Okay, and with other African leaders?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit more about those
at Rutgers,
leaders?
we are 50. There are 25 in the business and entrepreneurship track, and then there are 25 in the civic and leadership track where I am also based. So what happens is we have normal classes, we learn, they are giving us a lot of information, a lot of presenters, we get time to ask them. We also have mentorship where we get some people who are professionals mentoring us. We go to their workplace, we do some of the work, they show us around. We also have site visits where we visit various sites of interest, and we talk to people in government and in the civic society, and we do network.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I like about the program is that you are trained. You come here for 6 weeks, you said, right?
Yeah.
You're trained. You get all these people who inspire you, who encourage you, and then they don't encourage you to stay in America, but you go back home to give everything you learned here back home, right?
Look, this is an investment. And so I want to make it clear that the intention is that we should go back home and, plow back this to the community and use these leadership skills that we are getting for the betterment of our community.
Amen.
And so I want it to be clear that I'm not intending to stay here after this program. I'm going back home.
Yes.
And, no matter how difficult things may seem to be, I'm going back home. And if I come back to America, I will come and I will frequently come here. I'm a global citizen.
There you go. I like that.
So I will be coming to America, but I'm going back home to to practice some of these things and to work with my communities and make them better.
Okay. Yeah. So okay, and now that's a beautiful. I want us to talk about this notion that the Zimbabweans that are in America are suffering, and so you've been here for almost 6 weeks. How do you take that? What does that mean? Are they suffering? Zimbabweans here, some of them, are they doing very well? Are they representing Zimbabwe well? Don't talk about me.
Okay.
Zimbabweans, what you have seen and what you have known.
Okay, first of all, I want to make it clear that some of these statements make sense, or you understand them better when you place them in context of who is saying it. And with all due respect, please don't listen to politicians on this one.
Go ahead.
They get it wrong in most cases. So I think in terms of what I have seen, most of the Zimbabweans that I've seen here in America are amazingly doing well. They are doing exceptionally well. And then, of course, I know of a few who are going through stress and they're thinking of home, man.
Exactly.
I mean, they're almost like stuck.
Yeah. So in other words, whichever way you want to look at it, whether Christian or non-Christian, whatever it is, you are connected to Zimbabwe. You love your country.
I do.
You want to do the best you can. So when you are here, even if you have a lot of money, you still think of Zimbabwe. And sometimes it stresses you out just to know that people in Zimbabwe are suffering.
Exactly. So the suffering, to me, most of the Zimbabweans who are here are really emotionally suffering because they think of home.
You're the man.
They think of home. Some of them are actually staying in very good houses. They have good jobs, but they are emotionally stressed because they are trying to think of what is happening at home
and what can I do to make it better
for those
people.
who pretend to have forgotten. They still have that.
I like that.
When you speak
they
to
pretend
them,
to have forgotten.
When you speak to them in Shona or Ndebele, you feel that passion.
Yes. No, I'm happy, man. And so one of the things that you have done, in New York is you have ministered to people, through song, and today you're gonna be in the Salvation Army Church, my church. This morning you're gonna sing and you're gonna inspire people and encourage somebody. and then in the afternoon you're going to be at the Zimbabwean fellowship, also interdenominational church. So what do you find interesting in the in the churches here where Zimbabweans come together and just minister to each other?
Well, first of all, I have been in Zimbabwean churches at home. Most of them, particularly these young charismatic churches, I mean, they have taken a twist where you don't know whether you are in a church or it's
a spiritual church,
or it's a show,
yes.
or things are just choreographed. And but one thing that I saw when I came to a Zimbabwean church last week was that you feel the sincerity.
Amen.
And that worship. When people start playing those rattles and those drums, you can feel it that these are people who are they are speaking from the heart, and it also reconnects you to that old good Zimbabwe where people used to go to church and where church was not just something that you would just say I do, but you could feel it.
Yeah, I hear you. Listen, can you just give us a snippet of Oh Guru, and I'll try to join you.
Okay. So I will just take one stanza.
Yes.
Ndinosha miswa kwazo na mama samakuru akaitiwa nemi osea nolumbizwa ukuru wenyumari unosha misa kwazo ukuru wenyumari unosha misa kwazo.
Okay, shakwana.